SWA, Stamp SRC-20 all day. It's on Bitcoin. Who's ready to play? Let me get it started. Peeps, I'm going to do the universal greeting and people will get in here whenever they choose to. That's right. So, Beijing, ni hao. London, hello, top of the morning to you. Los Angeles, hey. Paris, bonjour. Lisbon, hola. Hong Kong, hello. Sweden, hey. Toronto, good day, eh. Tokyo, konnichiwa. Turkey, merhaba. Hey, if I didn't mention your native tongue, then tell you what, go over to the universe. That's right. Make sure you have your wallet and head over to tools, hit chat. Look me up. My name is Trudy Art. This is the universe wallet, indexer, explorer, minting, and marketplace, all on bitcoinuniverse.io. Using Bitcoin's potential
Hello, bro. Hello.
Universe Wallet, your all-in-one solution. That is right. Your all-in-one solution for everything Bitcoin. And man, is Bitcoin doing some great stuff. Hey, you're going to be able to talk to me. If you're coming in as a speaker, give me a moment. I always like to set the stage. That is correct. Let me set the intention for the day. And we're about ready to start to play. Okay. So I'm rhyming, so you know how the day's going to go. Let me tell you. Okay, listen, I'm talking about the Universe Wallet. Why am I doing that? Because the Universe is sponsoring this space. Yes, they are. They're allowing us to get together every Wednesday to talk about everything Stamp SRC-20 that's on top of Bitcoin. And man, is it going to be explosive. Listen, if you have the Universe Wallet, that's right, you're going to have full support for your BRC20 tokens, your ordinals, your Dust 20, and I always like to say 546, baby. That's right. Hey, DYOR, you know what I'm talking about. TAP, DMT. Oh yeah, digital matter theory. I was going to say digital Mary theory. What am I thinking about? Matter theory. UNAT ready. That's right. Runes is not dead, people. I go through these CT timelines and they're talking about Runes is dead and they're ready to put Rune 6 feet under. I would not be doing that. They're going to pop off. Let me tell you. Okay. Odin Fun. Hello. They're helping. LRC20 Lambda. Yeah. Support for that too. SRC20 Stamp and more. Atomicals also. Yes. Hey, before we get started, I still got more stuff to say. That's right. This is SWA. First question, do you have your, oh yeah, you know I got to do it. You know I got to do it, so I'm going to do it, people. That's how I do. That's right, baby. SWA, I'm ready to play. That's water, baby. That's water, baby. Hey, if this is your first time stepping into this space, get ready because it's unlike any other space that you have been to on X. That's right. And it's getting more and more crowded. That is correct. We start off with a few people and then they tell two friends and so on and so on. And the people just start piling in. And even if they don't, you know what happens? Goes over to the YouTube. So do me a solid before I get to the next two questions. Head over to YouTube. That is correct. And in the search bar, hunt for @Bitcoin Universe, @Bitcoin Universe. Become a subscriber. Then tell to one of your friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on. Okay. I watch commercials. That's how I know how to come up with some of the stuff. Okay. Second question. Do you have your blood pressure monitor? Peeps, I'm stretching. Okay. I'm stretching. Let me tell you, it's getting tasty out there. Have you seen the headlines? Oh my God. Oh, there's so many bad headlines out there. This is how we know we're going to make it. Okay. So get your blood pressure monitor and make sure that your blood is flowing correctly. And final question. Yeah. Mirror check. Hello. I'm looking in the mirror right now. What have you done for yourself lately? let me give you a tip. Maybe 888, baby. Yeah, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and then 8 hours of play. That's right. Okay, let's get into SWA. If anybody is out there, I see this Con. I've never spoken to you, Con. Yeah, hey Sadie, thanks for coming in. Hey, Bitcoin 8, that's right. We're just going to get it, and then people can come in as they choose. Con, you had your mic unmuted there for a second. Do you want to get it unmuted? Because the next place that I'm going to go is checking in with Bitcoin Ape and talking about some price of Bitcoin. I didn't even give this a rest. I just moved right on in here today. So, Con, did you want to unmute your mic? And we'll hear from you a little. And Sadie, do you want to post this in the Discord for me? Are you able to do that? Thumbs up or thumbs down? And then I will jump back there and do that if I need to. Sometimes it's done for me. But if it's if you can do that, then great. If not, let me know, and then I'll have to sneak back and do that. Okay, so Con's not getting in here. So Bitcoin Ape, nope, you're not. Okay, so I'll have to jump back there. Bitcoin Ape, I'm gonna get us started with the. I'll get that done, Sadie. I'm gonna start us off with the Bitcoin price, and then I'm gonna have you jump in. Can everybody hear me? By the way, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, sweet. Yeah. Okay, listen, I'm going to jump in with the buckle up. Yeah, buckle up. That's what the headline says. Bitcoin price suddenly brace for a Cambrian explosion. Hey, what's a Cambrian? People, I'm going to tell you what a Cambrian is. A Cambrian. Okay, listen, Cambrian period, the first of the Paleozoic era, spans from roughly 538.8 to 485.4 million years ago. So listen to what the headline is saying, okay? Marking a pivotal time in the Earth's history with the emergence of complex life forms and the Cambrian explosion of diversification. So here's what Forbes is saying. They're using that word. People, pay attention to the words. The words are powerful. The words will help you to prosper. Buckle up, they say. Bitcoin price suddenly braced for a Cambrian explosion. That's what they're saying. Okay, so Bitcoin has surged over the last week as traders bet U.S. President DT could be pulling back from his threats of global trade tariffs. That is correct, okay? Though they're saying there's some mystery fears swirling in the background. Hey, they always have to put that there. That's how the game works, okay? So listen, the Bitcoin price has added around 10% since its early March lows, but remains well off its peak of almost 110,000 per Bitcoin, okay? Set in January, despite a White House official revealing how Trump could spur the Bitcoin price higher. Listen, I think it's going to happen, so you peeps got to get ready. Now, as BlackRock executive, BlackRock, okay, so pay attention, predicts a big catalyst for Bitcoin could be on the horizon. Traders are braced for meme stock. Come closer. Darling. Oh, yeah. GameStop. Oh my God, GameStop to make a Bitcoin related announcement. It already did. When it reports fourth quarter's results after it already did. So this is old news. So guess what? That's the big catalyst, people. If you haven't figured it out, GameStop is about to jump into Bitcoin in a big way. Have you even looked at Mr. Saylor? The strategy, the man, the strategy, his tweets today, he is asking how much GameStop should put into their reserves. So this is getting pretty fun and pretty serious. How do you like that? Okay, let me go back over here to the Bitcoin Ape, and then hey, tell me what your thoughts are, and then I'm gonna go jump back into the Discord and get some more folks in here. Would you like to unmute yourself, sir?
GM. Hello to the art.
You can be heard. Go for it. Tell us what your thoughts are on GME entering the Bitcoin reserves on their balance sheet.
Wow. in one word, wow, say, that, GME and all the pitfalls around, the GME narratives are coming. So I think it's a good point for Bitcoin that now GME is joining the and getting, orange pile by Bitcoin and Bitcoiners. So this is great, and I definitely believe that other companies will follow for sure. During this 4-year cycle, um, because I think that Jamie, a lot of of investors now are looking for at it and look at the price. Now Jamie is like I think like up 10 or 12% today, something like that. So I can say that the Bitcoin effect can do on any stocks, any companies. And things, this is only the start. And I think you remember to the when we was talking about that governments are coming, people are coming, individuals, institutions, but we forget the large, share of the newcomers on Bitcoin, which are the companies. The corporates are coming. The corporates are now ready to pile some Bitcoin on their treasuries, and we see that billion-dollar revenue companies are now showing the way. And this is only, we can say the top of the iceberg when we know that 95% of an economy is based on small and medium companies. The CMEs are not still there. So I think, it's a good, very, very good, news for Bitcoin, this GME news. Um, Most of us, Bitcoiners or everyone who's in the alternative investments was waiting this move from GME because GME have a strong narratives. We know everything what you know we know that what happened with the stocks, how the investors on GME fight against large institutions and Bitcoin. You know, Getting Bitcoin in their treasury, I think it was the move to make. Not still now, but for a time now. So a very great move from GME, and it's showing that large corporations with $1 billion are now showing the way. And this is only the start because less than 1% of companies around the world are getting Bitcoin in treasury. So now think about getting 10 or 20% of companies getting and Bitcoin in the treasury. And now imagine about the price. Imagine about the supply shock is coming. Imagine what kind of alternative you can have if you got this supply shock following the treasuries, the FOMO from the companies. So let's talk about that maybe later on in space. So great news, Julian. Very good, great news. What do you think about that, Julian? Think it's great move from GME?
Yeah, so much that I'm actually going to include that as a part of my show tomorrow. I think it is absolutely explosive news. It's so big, and it just shows us that Mr. Saylor has effectively spoken to his community, which is the corporate community. And because he has created language that they can understand, and he has shown them through leadership that this system actually works. Well, they're knocking on his door. Open up, that's what's up. And he's saying, come on in, let me show you how it's done. And he's showing them, the 1, 2, 3. And like I say all the time on my personal profile, I say Bitcoin is hope because that is what Mr. Saylor says. Bitcoin is hope.com. And what I really like about what Mr. Saylor has done is he has taken, again, I said this, the language, and he has created language that speaks to the corporate minds. So if you call Bitcoin money, you're going to scare away a lot of corporate people. Why? Because they do not want to upset the powers that be. Okay. And the powers that be, um, they don't want you coming after their currency, their fiat, okay? Their standardization, okay? Everybody's got all of their accounting software based on dollars, okay? Everything is in dollars across the board. Now you're telling them that Bitcoin is money? It's not going to fly with them. It's not going to fly with them, people. I watched Sailor give a little quick talk on this, that a lot of different firms, they spend millions of dollars in accounting software, and if you come and tell them that Bitcoin is the new money, it's going to upset everything. Okay. Then he says if you tell people that Bitcoin is digital gold, which you're trying to do, many they haven't had the best experience with gold. Okay. And they might not be that interested. But he says, if you start talking to the people around you that are, in his world, and you tell them that Bitcoin is property, digital property, like a cyber Manhattan, then their minds start to understand it, you know. And you will note that companies, they will buy assets. They'll acquire different assets on their balance sheet. So they're not taking on a new money system. They're not taking on gold. They're taking on property, and that property has the potential to do what it has done for MicroStrategy, and that is to create value. So I think what GameStop is doing is pretty brilliant. And I'm not going to get into it too much because I want to go a little bit more into it on tomorrow's show. But man, the shorts, oh boy, they must be running scared right about now. I see Sadie's got her mic on. I know she wants to jump in here. Come on, Sadie. Sadie made herself a speaker. Oh yeah, she wants to. I Sadie, I can tell you want to chop it up. Can you unmute your mic there?
Good morning. This is so super exciting. I don't have a lot of time at the moment. However, I am going to come back and be a speaker. I'm just going to listen for now. I'm right in the middle of something. But holy crap, this is so amazing.
See, Sadie, I knew you would be excited about this. Listen, peeps, start liking and retweeting the space. Let's get more people in here. I know people slowly trickle in, and then the day becomes what it is. But and I'm going to have a couple announcements here, some things that are happening within the Bitcoin stamp space specifically. And I'll get into that in a moment. But yeah, what an exciting time. And do not let the headlines fade you, people. Do not let them fudge you. I'm looking at Bitcoin right this moment, and Bitcoin is down. It's down about 0.98% for the day. It's at 86,567.31. Do not let that scare you. Do not let that scare you, okay? Because they've got to, you know what? They've got to go through whatever they have to go through in the back rooms, in the back chats of Bitcoin. But we have to do what we got to do. And Bitcoin is why we are here, and specifically Stamp. I got to tell you some good news about Stamp specifically, though, okay? Why? Because it's on the mother chain, the God chain. Stamp coin, okay? Stamp coin. I'm going to tell you, the holders are rising. Something is going on. I know that someone had shared with me one of the reasons why the holders might be rising, but you know what? it keeps rising. I'm going to announce today that we're now approaching 12,000 holders. At this minute, we are at 11,951 holders. Every day in every way, the news is getting better and better about Stamp. Okay, so this is now for the actual token itself. And great news, even better news, it's a red day. You never want to buy on a green day, people. It's a red day. So if you're looking to get into Stamp SRC-20 token, which by the way is an organic token, no cabal, okay, no VCs, backed by nobody. This was just someone in the community created this, and then we, the people, had the opportunity to mint the token. Obviously, the token got minted out, and we're now at the stage where you can go and purchase the token on about 4 different places: KuCoin, and I believe there's SuperX, and you can get it on stampscan.xyz and openstamp.io. So I'm at openstamp.io right now, and I can tell you that it's down 7.41%. That's actually good news. That's good news because that means you have an opportunity to jump in here. For the price of lemonade, 2 cents, 2 cents, yeah, literally, you can get yourself some Stamp. Why do I and maybe some of the others think that this is one of the more interesting tokens because we don't give advice? I can say that I think it's interesting because of the name. STAMP. It's the name of the protocol. So, like Ordi, the Ordi token and ordinals, uh, it would only make sense that the Stamp token have the same sort of trajectory. Okay. Ordi token went from a couple of cents in the back rooms to over $1 billion market cap. And I know, in fact, a couple of people that actually became financially free because of Ordi. Stamp has an opportunity to do the same. Okay. Listen, people, it's just the truth. It has an opportunity to do the same. And I can see on the timelines, the believers of Stamp are increasing. They're not pulling back, they're only increasing. And so that to me is perhaps a reason why you should take a look at Stamp. What are your thoughts on that, Bitcoin 8?
Do you hear me?
I do hear you. What are your thoughts on Stamp and the holders rising?
Yes, indeed. Um, so yeah, I think the great creations is Bitcoin, frankly speaking, because um, what could be most permanent and immutable than Bitcoin today? That's its stamp, of course. Because it's like I like this analogy saying and making it quite simple that stamp is like Bitcoin on Bitcoin. You are building on top of Bitcoin a new like set of Bitcoin native assets, which are stamps and SRC-20. And stamp, the can say the uh, the 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 token of the SRC-20 token of the SRC-20 protocol, sorry, which is representing the protocol, will win in the mid and long run. Because first of all, for sure, the Bitcoin ecosystem hype will coming back from ashes from now, for sure. Because large exchange like Binance, Coinbase, and Crypto.com and OKX have a look at of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and you know what is happening right now. And the thing is, what is happening right now, we are building this ecosystem through art, through this token, and through now atomic swap with the stamps, and bringing in very close future decentralized finance on Bitcoin. So for sure, in the mid and long term, this is where everything will happen. And also tokenization for sure will happen on Bitcoin because who say that Ethereum or any other blockchain will survive in the next 10 years? You can only switch off their servers and all the data, boom, disappear forever. So I'm very bullish for the Bitcoin ecosystem and mostly for stamps and SRC-20 and this token which is stamped um, because of this, of this immutability of this token, of the future of tokenization which will happen on Bitcoin. And also, as we talk, about right now, 5 minutes ago, about the supply shock, because I'm convinced, 100%, 99%, you can say, but 99% convinced that we will have a supply shock on Bitcoin. We will have a supply shock on Bitcoin. We got only maybe 2% adoption of Bitcoin around the world. We got less than 1% of adoption around the world of Bitcoin from the companies. And basically, tokenization is coming. It's quite new. It's a new industry, which will, take it all. Tokenization of real estate, of bonds, of, government debt, of, even individuals. Maybe could bring their, own work or, clonage and tokenize it for on Bitcoin and get Bitcoin for that. So I think that, we are only at the beginning of very something huge, something big, and we have to get our place. And Stamp is, well placed now. So very, very bullish for Stamp, and I think it has a very bright, very, very bright future. So everything is only starting. We are very early. We are front running again, the institution, the large corporate, because they will come to STEM. Believe me, and the people and the companies and governments and retailers will come to STEM, folks. So good time. Of course, it's not a financial advice. This is only my opinion, but for me, it's a great time to accumulate that kind of assets. Stamps art, the token stamp and Kevin as well, and maybe other protocol could be like counterparty. I think it's also a huge undervalue ecosystem uh, also. So you have been warned, folks. You know what you have to do. You got stamp at 2 cents. It's like buying Bitcoin at 3 or $5 in 2020 in 2010. Now, no, you know what is the game, and you know where we are going. Be patient, accumulate, and see what will happen. And of course, build and chill, as you mentioned today. Of course, also we have to chill. So bullish, as never before for this ecosystem.
Yeah, bullish, indeed, because I'll tell you, there's so much opportunity, and people are not seeing it. And I got to tell you that the people need this right now. I'm trying to figure out a way to get the message of Stamp, SWA, and everything that SRC-20 and the community is doing. We really need to get the education out there. It's not about bringing people in for the numbers, it's bringing people in for the opportunity. Why is this an opportunity? Well, you know what, peeps? You can't do it on your own. You really can't. And a lot of times you need networks. So this is a great network. Like here we are, you're in Paris. Sadie is in Canada and I'm someplace in the internet, and we're all over the globe. We got people coming in here from Nigeria. We got people coming in here from Belgium. Got people in here coming from Colombia. So you have a global connection, people. So sometimes we like to think that it's just about the numbers. Yeah, math is very important. And it is also, it's not a but, it's a and. It's also about having the global connections. Like that is so incredible that, we come together, whether it's on a Wednesday or a Sunday, because I know you do a great Sunday space. I love it. I love to be a listener on that space, by the way. It's so great. Uh, but we come together globally. Okay. And when we come together, we're sharing information. And so we in real time can get an upload or a download of what's happening in, this part of the world, that part of the world, and how Bitcoin is actually connecting us and how it's making sense. And then we can share what we're doing to actually stack sats and prosper. And one of the ways that we, especially on SWA, are doing that is through the Stamp protocol, so we can share what's going on globally. We also have a lot of fun, people. It's a ton of fun. Why? Because, you have all these different personalities that you're meeting. And so you get a little bit of their flavor. Okay. So there's a ton of fun that happens within the Stamp SRC-20 community. Ton of fun. Okay. We even record the fun. Yeah, we record the fun over here at Bitcoin Universe. So I'm going to do a little bit of plug for them right now. And I'm going to say to you, peeps, head over to YouTube. That's right. Go to @Bitcoin Universe and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Why not? Tell a friend and so on and so on and so on. Okay. So we also have the opportunity to actually be the first. Be the first of what? Be the first to start collecting some major, exclusive, high-end, really important parts of our history. Okay. And that will be a part of our history. What's that? The art, the stamp art. I don't know what's happening to me, but I'm coming to this revelation here that stamp art is going to be potentially very, very valuable in the future. And why do I feel that way? Because I'm seeing reports that digital assets, yes, scarcity, will be a bigger deal than it currently is right now. And part of the reason that that will be the case is because we're seeing a rise of, AI, a rise of, humanoids and all of that, robots and all of that stuff. And that's going to just become something that is going to start to penetrate into our economy. And as it does, it's supposed to create this wonderful prosperity. And we're supposed to have so much money flowing everywhere. Oh, God, the stories, right? That it's going to create tremendous prosperity. But then the question will be, okay, if we have all this money flowing and prosperity, then how do we create value? Because the narrative so far since day one is that rarity, scarcity is value. Scarcity, people, okay, is value. So if you can kind of pull out some of my crazy sauce and the things that I'm trying to say to you, people, there's going to be a hunt for rare gems, okay? And some of these rare gems are going to actually be the digital assets that are on top of the mother chain, the God chain. And I believe that Stamp specifically, because it is a data immutable storage protocol or immutable data storage protocol, put the words any way you want them, okay? It's going to offer such tremendous value. So I think getting into the art is going to be a big deal. Personally, that's what I think. So throughout this fun time today, I'm going to be bringing up the art stuff, okay? But I just want to get back here because I don't know who is out here, and I want to see if I can just play with some folks here. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's try to get some more people in here and let them know that SWA is in play right now, so we can get some other energies out here and keep this space moving. Typically, the space goes for an hour, but on SWA, sometimes it goes for 2 hours, sometimes it goes for 3 hours. It goes for, I've made myself available on this specific day that if we need extra time to play, I'm definitely here for it. Okay, so let's get into it. Hey, here's a bad headline, and let's see how we can spin it. Okay, here's a bad headline. I'm going to read this bad headline because I think that that's an opportunity for some good news. Okay, so here's what they're saying right now. Prepare yourselves, people. Okay, here's what the media is trying to tell us now. Gen Z Americans don't have enough saved to cover a single month of spending. This is from Fortune, okay? They don't have enough saved to cover a single month of spending. Anybody? And what could they do about that? That's why I think the education piece is going to be so important. Like, how many Gen Z know about Stamp SRC-20 Bitcoin?
Do you hear me?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Yes, insane numbers. You say me that half American have like $1,000 or less than $1,000. Wow.
Well, they don't even have enough saved, and this is not a criticism. This is just a fact, okay? So there's no criticism here, because there's lots of reasons why people end up in positions that we end up in, okay? So Gen Z Americans don't have enough saved to cover a single month of spending.
Wow. I think that because we are in like they are not savings, maybe because they are quite young, but I think if you are Generation Z, it's time to save. I think there is no time to, and I think the young, when you are young, this is the best time to save money. Anything, your assets or for the future. You don't know what will happen for the future, but this is insane numbers, and I think that unfortunately the Generation Z now we will not live the same life that our parents or ourselves are living. I think there will be not the same economy. The economy will be more, unfortunately, more unbalanced. We will get unfortunately more inequality, um, and basically how to get save against that kind of war the Generation Z is going. Is first, of course, is savings. When you are starting, I don't know, Generation Z is like how old they are, maybe 25 years, something like that. 25, maybe 20.
Okay, the Generation Z, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
20, 25, no.
Generation Z are individuals born between 97 and 2012. Okay, so yeah, 97
the
and
Generation Alpha. Yeah, after 12 is the Alpha. So yeah, the Generation Z, yeah, is like maybe now 20, 25. Yeah,
so we're gonna have they're 13 years old
to 15.
28.
Yeah.
13 to 28. So that between, and I mean, obviously, yeah, if you're, below the age of 18, this really is not applicable to you because you're still a minor. But this would be, I guess, applicable to those that are 18 to 28 of the Gen Z. They don't have enough saved. And here's the thing, Gen Z, this is your time. This is your opportunity because you literally can pick up, you know, hey, even if you're like not quite 18 as yet, you probably can pick up art, pick up some Pepe art, you know, pick up some Pepe art and get ready for your future because in the olden days, you had to, not that you wouldn't want to go to school and get a good job. I think that's still a plan. Yeah, it's still a plan, people. Do it, okay? But oddly enough, hate to say it, but you can actually store away and stack away sats to actually create a future for yourself. You literally could pick up a couple pieces of art that in 5 to 10 years could actually help you with more than just a sandwich and a coffee. Yeah, more than just a 1 month rent. Literally, people are out here, you know, stacking sats and over time prospering. Ask everybody that got here when Bitcoin first came on the scene in 2009. Most of those people are in a different stratosphere. Okay. So here we are, and Bitcoin is evolving into these different protocols, of which Stamp is one of the protocols. And you literally can have an opportunity to be on the strongest chain in the whole entire world. And you can do it through collecting art, through maybe jumping into an SRC-20 token. Not financial advice, but if you're hearing headlines like that, this is an opportunity to educate the Gen Z and let them know that this may be their opportunity to come in. Here's another crazy headline just 22 minutes ago. Okay, breaking. Like, my God, this is why I say get water and get a blood pressure monitor. These people are coming for us. Breaking. The EU has asked for households to stockpile 72 hours of food amid war risk. Like, you're on your way out the door and then you see that. Like, how are you going to feel, people? I mean, ouch. Come on. I guess the realities are the realities, but they just seem to be pumping out the really, really challenging headlines. And obviously, we don't want to live in fairy tale land, but is there some opportunity out there? Yeah, there is. I just told you, you can come into Bitcoin and start talking to people all over the globe and asking them what are they doing to get ready for some of these unknowns. Okay. Yeah, here you are thinking, well, how could art help me? How could coins help me? It's on Bitcoin. That's how it could help you. Bitcoin. I don't know where to go with this, but literally Bitcoin is it's going to eat the globe, people. It's going to eat the globe. Okay. So start looking into some of that. Yes, you have to prepare yourself for the unknown, the risk, but start preparing yourself to fight those things and counter those things. That's what I'm thinking.
Definitely, indeed, to the heart. And I think also, they are trying to scare the people, as always, we will say, scaring the people about, like the COVID, now the wars after the Russian and all the stuff, you know what I mean? So, and that's why, I think, Bitcoin is up and also is showing the way and is opening the eyes, you know, opening the eyes against, any, like corrupt governments or, bad manage, no, not well managed, companies, but mostly the governments. And um, that's why, now the governments are trying to print again, printing like crazy money, to buy, any weapons, any arms for the defense of the countries and blah blah blah. I mean, of course, you have to buy, and you have to defend your own country. But basically now what they are trying to do is like, they like COVID. They are playing their game and they are printing money to buy weapons and to make more debts and of course to enrich themselves and their friends. So what will happen? Of course, this is us, the people, who will pay the bill. We will pay the bill because how we pay the bill? We'll pay the bill through inflation. Because of course, everything, gonna increase. All the price will increase, all the assets will increase, and of course, we will be the losers of these, games of, the wealthy and the governments. So that's why Bitcoin is up. And if you don't want to buy Bitcoin, buy some stamp, buy some SRC-20, buy some art, go all in on Bitcoin. Frankly, go all in on Bitcoin because even real estate could be interesting. But look what happened in California. You know, all the homes was burned and etc. So real estate, is not a safe place anymore. You want to buy, stocks? It's not a safe place anymore. Maybe tomorrow the company could go bankrupt. So even land is not safe anymore. You know, the government can, take over your land. So that's why, Bitcoin is up because it's proof of ownership and one of the last, safest place now. Because more and more we are going, more and more, governments are going crazy and, trying to get the money from everywhere and mostly from us, the people. So yes, indeed, to the art, maybe now they're asking people to make some reserves and etc. But only scaring the people, scaring unfortunately us to get our money and to buy some weapons that nobody will use, unfortunately. Because I think the less ROI, uh, the industry is the very the worst ROI is defense because when you are building weapons, then you store them and that's it. It's not benefit for anyone, only for the sellers of weapons. So yes, indeed, today, Bitcoin is up. Look at all this Bitcoin ecosystem. If you are young, this is a great time to have a look, and for sure, it's here to stay because this is the most decentralized and the most immutable technology on earth. So if you are young, I will say you that save that. I'm saying that to my children. I'm saying that to the young around me. Buy some Bitcoin, leave it in a wallet, and thank me later. Or maybe I don't know if I will be still there, but you know maybe it will save your life in the future. Or maybe you'd get you rich if you want to get rich. Yeah, maybe if you will save your own children in the future. So that's why I think we have to study Bitcoin and also to tell to our children that they are not alone and there is some hope around us and around them as well.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I got another headline for us because they keep coming. And this one was a couple hours ago here. But the top 1% of Americans. Hey, I keep saying Americans. I know this is global, but just bear with us here. The top 1% of Americans have enough money to buy 99% of the U.S. homes. So the top 1% of Americans have enough money to buy 99% of the US homes. Um, when headlines like that are pushed out there, I got to tell you, you got to read between the lines here, people. they're trying, who is they? The media, the people that create these headlines. They're trying to, in my opinion, not the universe's opinion, but in Trudy Art's opinion, what they're trying to do is create a buffer. Yeah, create a buffer between them and everybody else. Hey, look at them over there, the 1%. They're the ones that you have to go and get. You know, envy is a nasty thing, people. Okay, envy is a nasty thing. And why do I say that? Because for any of us to be you know, focused on, okay, well, why do they have more than me and why can't I have what they have? That shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be asking your mirror some questions. Yeah. And one of the questions is, well, how are you going to look after yourself? And literally, we're in this stamp SWA space. Yeah, we're going to have fun. And we're also telling you this is a way that you can literally look after yourself. You literally can take care of your future by learning about the protocol and learning about why it's important and learning about the different things that you can do within the protocol. Because some of this 1% of Americans who have enough money to buy 99% of the US homes, some of them have not even invested in Bitcoin. Okay. And Bitcoin is going to be the future. And we're front running some of these folks. So there's things that you can do, and don't get caught up in these headlines that are telling you you don't have enough money to make breakfast, or those people over there could buy your house and everything in it. So what? Who cares? I literally right now, I can go to openstamp.io. You soon can do that, by the way, on Bitcoin Universe. Okay. The marketplace, I have been very clear, has been held back a little bit because they're waiting for some APIs. It's a waiting game, and in the interim, they're looking at if they can maybe create a pump fund model as they wait to get these APIs. Listen, nobody in the Bitcoin space, if you're a developer, is being paid. It's not a payroll job. It's a love job, okay? And you do it for the love and for the opportunity, okay? For the opportunity. So what I mean by that is when we're waiting for things, it's because there are devs that have full-time lives, they've got families, and they have jobs. They literally go to work every day. So they can't be deving it all day, people. They can't be deving it all day. So there's you know, things that we have to wait for in the background. Okay. Hopefully that didn't sound like too much of crazy sauce, but there is a marketplace that is coming to Bitcoin Universe where you can actually go and purchase SRC-20 tokens. In the meantime, you can actually go and purchase art for yourself. Okay. Go and purchase. You know what you could do? If you're artistic, you could even become an artist. Yeah, we need more artists. We need more people to create stamps on here so we can get into it. I might even create some stamps, for goodness sakes. I probably should do it. Okay. I have an idea. I'll keep it to myself for now. But listen, these headlines are going to have you going everywhere. Do not get too involved in them. Okay. So what if 1% of Americans have enough money to buy everything? Who cares? Okay. Don't become a part of the group like the folks that are beating up Teslas. Why would you do that? I don't fully understand where you're at with Tesla and the Mr. Musk and all of the things that he's done, but you got to ask deeper questions than just where can I find the next Tesla to like abuse? You know, there's people that have bought those vehicles not knowing that all of this was going to happen. Why are you taking it out on them? Why are you taking it out on them? Go and ask yourself a better question. Okay, what can I do to actually find some opportunity? And I'm going to keep coming back to that because Bitcoin is opportunity. And we're so early, like literally art and tokens on Bitcoin it's almost like it just happened yesterday. It's almost like it just happened yesterday. And we're we're just still trying to figure out, okay, well, how's this going to roll out? Like, even this space, like, these things are all new. We're just coming here and we're just having conversations. They're organic. There's no scripts. That's why it kind of sounds a little bit cray cray at times because there's no script. We're just here. We're talking this, and we're trying to just create opportunity, create a vibe, create an energy that says there is hope for you. Yeah, there's hope for you. Okay? Just not on Sunday. You do not have to wait for Sunday to get hope. You can come right here, right now, and get some hope. Don't cope, get some hope. Hey, that should be a new slogan. Don't cope, get some hope. Don't cope, get some hope. Don't cope, get some hope.
Woo!
Yeah, so what do you think about that? The headline here, top 1% of Americans have enough money to buy 99% of US homes.
Wow. I think,
There's
as you say, they are trying to divide, the mainstream media, the rich against the poor, the color, the religions, the countries, and I think it's the interest of some few people, unfortunately. But as you agree, when you say you don't have to envy anyone for because the success of their success or anything. So of course, we have to work and trying to make our own way. Nobody is waiting for will help you, or what I mean. You have to work your own way and trying to do it. And Bitcoin is up and it's showing you the way. We are very so early, folks. Very early. That you don't know what you are missing. Do you think that Bitcoin will stay at 80 or 100k, 100,000 US dollar? Do you think that, folks? It's going much higher. Do you think that the Bitcoin ecosystem that now is not in is infancy? It's only at the beginning. It's like a baby born. It's a baby born industry. This Bitcoin ecosystem. That's only the start. Bitcoin will be the highway of the economy, folks. Bitcoin will be the highway of the financial, system. Bitcoin will be the highway of the monetary system. And you think that you are late, and we are only at the start. That's why I'm fed up when I'm reading that kind of. And I, I don't have a TV at home. I don't like to watch TV. I'm not
oh,
watching mainstream media, frankly,
I'm with you.
even the media.
I'm with you. Got rid of my TV in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah, I said bye-bye, no more.
Yeah,
I curate what I watch. I
you're
curate
right.
what I watch, okay? That means I choose. And yes, I can choose like let's say I really want to watch something that is a scripted um kind of, like the mini series or whatever. Yes, I will. And I'll tell you, guess what I started watching and it's very interesting. I have just finished two series. Is it a series? Yeah, yeah. Okay, there was series 1. No, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Let me just tell you what I just watched.
on Netflix.
No, this was HBO.
Ah, HBO. Okay.
And I rather enjoyed it because it actually ties into Bitcoin, okay?
Oh, interesting.
Gilded Age. The Gilded Age. Yes, The Gilded Age it's an American historical drama
Yeah.
television series. And basically it is all about the time of immense economic change, great conflict between the old ways and the brand new system. And huge fortunes were made and lost in 1882. Okay, so it basically they'll have some real life figures, but it's like a fictional series, but they use real life events. So they will have references to J.P. Morgan or Andrew Carnegie. Um, and other, you know, historical figures, but in a kind of a fictional setting. But it's very interesting because we see how the railroads were the Bitcoin of the day. And the railroads actually brought in tremendous economic wealth and boom. And there were people that were like, they grew up in poverty, in nothing, but because they understood what the future was and that steel was going to be important because it was going to be needed to build the railroads. They actually got into that industry and they made fortunes and they called them barons and they made enough money that they were the 1%. Okay. Now, here's the interesting thing: the old money would not accept them into society. They would not accept them. They said, I don't care how much money you have, you're not going to become a part of society. And they tried to keep them out. But eventually, these railroad type um, barons, these railroad barons, um, had enough money that they bought their way into society. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, wait a minute, that's what's happening today. That is what's happening today. It's like Bitcoin has come on the scene, okay? And TradFi want any part of it. And because to them it's like it's so insulting to them that they went to school, they got a good job, they went to Harvard and all these wonderful schools, and they have all their wonderful networks and their cabals. And then to think that dudes in their basements, in their underwear, literally, okay, eating pizza, eating pizza, are creating fortunes. And it's almost insulting to them, and they didn't want to let him in. And now we're getting to the stage where, guess what? The old money, the TradFi, is bending. Yeah, it's buckling just like they did back in the Gilded Age. The old money had to start bending because it couldn't keep up with the new money. So, and one of the ways, listen to this, one of the ways that the old money or the new money broke the spirit of the old money is they started buying wonderful, like they started creating beautiful buildings and architecture and sponsoring building of museums. And they actually helped build the Met Gala. And they started like sponsoring different artists. And I thought it always comes back to the art. And they found their way into society through going through arts, going through the world of art, right? And creating all the infrastructure for art. So there's interesting dynamics, where they show like how they viewed art the old money way and how the new money viewed art, and the different types of artworks and plays and things that the new money wanted versus the old money. And I think about that even today, like how we in Bitcoin have digital art versus traditional art. Traditional art will never go away, obviously. But the fact that we now have the Cyber Metropolitan Museum of Art on top of Bitcoin is amazing. So, history repeats itself. History repeats itself. So I just got through 2 seasons of the Gilded Age and I just thought it was amazing. So when I say I curate what I watch, I literally curate what I watch. I chose to watch that. I'm not going to watch all this other dumpy stuff where they tell me that, oh boy, they tell me all sorts of cray cray stuff. Um, I won't even get into it. I won't even get into it, okay? Because I might say something that I shouldn't say. But they try to push all of these different ideals into our minds about how to think, um, who we should be, who we should be, who we shouldn't be. And that's crazy because people, while they're doing that, they're stealing your money. They're literally stealing your money. Okay. And they don't have a plan for how to prosper you. They have a plan for how to make you subservient. They have a plan how to make you a serf. So you can't just take in any type of media. You have to basically curate what you watch. And for me, this was a lesson in history that it's repeating itself. It's absolutely repeating itself. And so, um, there was a lot of like social war between the two communities. And we see that going on right now. There's one group that believes that this is how we should raise children. There's another group that says, no, this is what we should have in the schools. And then there's another group that says, something different. And it's all based on who has enough money to tell us what to do. And at some point, you have to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm going to have enough money to have autonomy, to have agency, that nobody can come in my household and tell me that this is what I need to do. Okay. I've been ranting on. And that's why I love Stamp, okay?
Are you here? Hello?
Oh yeah, no, I paused so that you can come in here.
Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed, As you say, indeed, we have to play our own game. And well, we can play our own game, of course, Don't play the game of the mainstream media or, watch TV are saying or all the shit show around, what I mean? You can see on, even on social media sometime, if you don't filter well, the social media. So the world is, there is plenty of opportunity around the world. In every corner, maybe in the corner of your street, there is maybe opportunity, you know. But of course, that's why you have to look around, and I think that Bitcoin will be. That's why I think Trump is saying that. Trump is saying that America will live another golden age because he know that Bitcoin will bring new opportunities for this golden age. Bitcoin is opening a new industry. Bitcoin is opening, the world to the end bank and to anyone who would like to be, like economically free. Bitcoin is bringing that. If you are an artist, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are, a builder in any, industries, if you like to export your services or product, thanks to Bitcoin, now you can sell and offer your services or product anywhere in the world or in your own country, basically, or in your own street. You know what I mean? Because now you got, this, decentralized and digital cash in your hand with Bitcoin. And we don't still understand that, these things it will change the face forever. This Bitcoin will change the face of the economy for the next maybe 200 years. Maybe I'm crazy what I'm saying, but I deeply believe that we are entering a new era for the economy and not only the finance. So it's bringing new opportunities, even new opportunities we still don't know how they will work, how they will be built because this market is so new. Bitcoin is not only a digital cash. Everybody thinks only a digital cash. No, it's more than a digital cash. It's like a store of files. It's economic infrastructure, a financial infrastructure. You know, It's a it's a digital art gallery for the artist. It's uh, a digital highway, economic highway for any people who like to export the services or sell their services or find new clients, because new clients will be there. New people are coming on Bitcoin. New countries, every people who are in bank will be bank with Bitcoin. So think about that. Think about this will bring massive new opportunity for a lot of people around the world and in all the countries. And that's why maybe we will see some switch in the 1%, or from the wealthy people, and see new wealthy people, and like a new elite, you can say, if I can say like that. So that's why today it's a very thankful era to be there in the Bitcoin ecosystem, and also getting some Bitcoin, and also trying to build on Bitcoin. So it's like the a new revolution, industrial revolution, and we are at the start of this industrial digital revolution, because the world will be digitalized, and we are only at the start. And more we are going deeper in this digital world, the more the economy and the finance and everything around us will be digitalized. But it's still not still even that much centralized, decentralized, and Bitcoinized. And I think that's the next step. So yeah.
We are in the Bitcoin age. We're the railroads. And people listen to what the Bitcoin ape is saying. Hey, I'm going to read a confessions. I don't know if any of you follow confessions at Coinfessions. Very, very funny because people confess to this this Twitter handle page all of their crypto sadness. And here's one. I'm sick of this crypto bleep. As someone who bought in during 2021, this is somebody's words, I have barely seen any good returns since then. I'm merely break even. I just want a simple 2x on some top 50 coins and walk away for good. Listen, if that's how you're going to come into the space of anything, it's not going to happen. You listen, you got to immerse yourself in the culture. You gotta figure out who the people are in your stamperhood, the who, what's going on, like who's who. Connect with people. This is not just. I mean, obviously, you've come here for a reason, and if you've come to Bitcoin, if you've come to crypto, it's because of the math. Okay, but in order for the math to math, you got to connect with people. I just shared with you. I love what you're saying, Bitcoin Ape, because I agree with that. I just shared with you. I watched the Gilded Age. They didn't make their fortunes by staying in bubbles, by staying in silos. You got to get out there and start connecting with people. I am now just feeling after years of being in. Geez, I've only been here for a short time in Bitcoin, but in 2023 I got started in this Bitcoin stamp protocol and ordinals and all of that sort of stuff. But in the 2 years that I've been here, I'm only now this specific month feeling really good. Yeah, only now. And why? Because all of the bad headlines that are out there, all of the bad sad vibes tells me, oh my god, the wind is at my back. The wind is at my back. This is when I don't give up. Hey, don't give up when you feel sick of this crypto bleep, okay? Yes, it takes time, people. It takes time, but what can you do in the meantime? You can connect with people. Literally get to know people in the space, get to find out their stories, and start to um, maybe use their stories as encouragement or use their stories to learn more about learn more about the things that you think you're invested in. You can't just invest in a coin and then walk away. Like literally, if you're invested in, say, SRC-20 Stamp or Kevin, you can't walk away. Why? Because you're the person that has to share the joy with everybody else. I think sometimes people are forgetting that there are no advertisers here. Nobody has marketing dollars that, like, you bring to ABC, NBC to get your crypto out there. No, you have to be the one that actually goes out and shills and shares. Like I look at the timeline and I do see Stamp picking up. Like I see a lot of shares about Stamp art, which is great. I see a lot of shares about SRC-20, Kevin, and Stamp token, and even Luffy. And you got to keep that going, because what you're doing is you're making it visible. Nobody is going to know about anything that is crypto related unless you, the individual, shares it. Because for now, when you go to mainstream media, all they're doing is giving you bad headlines and really bad television shows and really, really bad commercials. And most of crypto doesn't have enough money to get on these major networks. Like you will start seeing some crypto commercials, but not specific for coins, because it's a lot of money to get on these networks. So we're the commercials, we're the people that have to shill and share. So even this space, like, typically we have a lot more peeps in the space, and we want to keep it going, and we're going to keep it going, but we need to like shill and share it so that others can come in, so that they can kind of get the flavor of what Stamp is all about, what the community is all about. We just have to keep going, people. This is not the time to give up. Okay, we can't fold now. This is the moment that we need to rise. Why? Because the headlines are getting even more tough. That means we're about to break through. When you're being fed the good news from the mainstream media, that's when you should worry, actually. And that's when you should be concerned, because that's typically when they want to kind of distract you with, hey, there's Britney Spears just put bubblegum in her hair or some kind of nonsense like that. Or Kanye West has said another crazy thing, and they're about to put him on more medication. That's when you should be concerned. But when they're getting into your psyche, and then I'm reading from these confessions, there's people breaking down literally because they're sick and tired of this crypto. Don't be sick and tired of the crypto. Start to get to know the people. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
It things gives great thoughts to the art, you know. Are you there?
Oh no, I always pause because I like to give you an opportunity to step
Oh,
in.
thank you. But yes, indeed, you know, don't be. They try to. They are not like us. How the rapper
They
say
not
that,
like
you know.
us.
They are not like us, folks. You know, and they will be never like us. You know what I mean? So try to make your own way, your own life. Trying to be happy, to bring hope to you, to yourself, to your family, to all the people around you, your entourage, and all the people you know you are with, and try to study Bitcoin, folks, because that's true. The true free money, the true free system is on Bitcoin. It can make you free. You know what I mean? Of course, life is hard. I understand. I will understand that. That is not easy. Life is not a joke. Life is not a joke, folks. Life is a fight. It's a fight, folks. It's hard. whatever we do in life, you are rich, poor, or whatever, the life is hard. Maybe more hard for some more hard for some people compared to other people's. But you have to fight. And Bitcoin is bringing you that, showing you the way. Make your way. Stack some sats for you. Study that,
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and let's switch it up a bit. Check this out. And I know you commented on this. This was yesterday. Breaking. Michael Saylor confirms he's burning the keys of over 17,000 Bitcoin
Wow.
worth 1.5 billion. He says that's my legacy. What are you thinking about that?
I,
I know some people were mad about it. I got a
yeah,
thought,
I
but I
was
want to
mad
know
as
what you
well.
think.
I think why not to give that, to the charity, or some people who are in need, or anything, like making some goods with this Bitcoin. Because I don't think that the ethos of Bitcoin is like holding forever, or it's also to make some good around you if you can. So 1 billion, I think people need this money. That's why
Okay.
I think that quite selfish from him. I think that it would be better to give that to maybe create an institute or some institute around the world, to bring the voice about Bitcoin, or you know, trying to help the young people with that, and tell them about and educate them about Bitcoin with this money. There's a lot of things to do with that, or maybe, I don't know, but in my opinion, my humble opinion, that no, this is not the way to do with Bitcoin. What do you think, you Julia? Do you think that is a great thing to do?
Actually, I'm a weird thinker. I'm a very weird thinker, okay? But I want to hey, and this is why Stamp is so powerful, because we can educate people. If we're that passionate about saying we could give it to charity, we could help people. Listen, that's literally what we can do with Stamp. We are literally on top of Bitcoin, okay? We are
Niche.
grassroots movement. We can be educating people on how they can actually level up and become the Michael Saylor in their community so that they can do all those things. But again, I'm going to read this. Breaking. Michael Saylor confirms he's burning the keys to over 17,000 Bitcoin worth 1.5 billion. And he says, quote, that's my legacy. Here's some people. One guy says, Bill Barhart says, this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. He could help so many people with this. Okay. Another person says, and I know, oh, Bitcoin Ape said, what a waste. Give them to charities. I saw you commented, right? And then Bull Runner 77, I actually interviewed him on one of the spaces here. He does really great TA. So fantastic. He says, MFer, he said that, not me. That ain't a legacy. Give that money to the poor and the degens who lost money in crypto if you're just gonna burn it. Okay. Listen. Okay, another person says this seems irrational. Okay. Here's what I say to that. I say that if you're gonna believe in capitalism, believe in it all the way. If you're going to believe in capitalism, believe in it all the way. Mr. Saylor is a capitalist. As a capitalist, he has the freedom to choose what he wants to do with his keys. If he chooses to burn all of his Bitcoin and upon his exit, because he doesn't have a wife, he has no children, then that is a capitalist thing to do, unfortunate or unfortunately. And I personally would do something different with it, but I think that in his mind, that is a legacy, because that's a legacy to his billionaire friends who will thank him. They're like, "Oh my god, you just made our Bitcoin even more valuable." Like, I literally think that that man, Mr. Saylor, believes in Bitcoin so much and the ideal of it, and like it's um it's kind of rarity, scarcity, 21 million, and freedom technology and all that it is. I believe that he thinks that is an honorable, good thing to do. I don't think that in his mind, that giving it to charity would be a better thing, because I think he believes that burning that would be good for all of us, because we now made the Bitcoin even more valuable. And see, this is the crazy thing, people. As people get into Bitcoin, you're going to have the freedom to choose what you will do and what you want to do. And if we love freedom technology, then allow it to be freedom technology. I have no when I saw that, I didn't have a feeling towards it at all. I didn't think, oh my God, we should have he should give it to a charity. No, I didn't think that. I thought that's what he's doing. I just have to make sure that I look after myself, because I darn sure know he's not going to look after me. Peeps, if you think that any of these peeps out here that become millionaires or billionaires are going to slice you off a piece of their Bitcoin, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I see, I see a lot of us out there hoping that one day somebody by accident will drop some Bitcoin in our wallet. It probably isn't going to happen. Your best bet is to become a part of these communities and figure out how to become the Michael Saylor in your neighborhood. Figure out how to become the Michael Saylor in your life, because that's just a part of the show, peeps. It's freedom technology. You literally can become a zillionaire in Bitcoin, and you can do anything that you want to do. Now, that also means that I can do anything I want to do. And so I have a plan for obviously what I'm going to do as I stack sats and become a centimillionaire. And it'll look very different from what Mr. Saylor does. But it didn't bother me. I just thought it was so funny that people were so upset about it, because it's like, that's the whole point of Bitcoin, is you literally have the autonomy and the freedom to do what you want to do. And that's a beautiful thing in a way. Maybe not what he's choosing to do is beautiful, but it's beautiful that he has that choice. And he was given that choice. Obviously, he was quite wealthy before, but Bitcoin has made him even more wealthy. And again, I think he just wants to reward those people that were in Bitcoin, because if he burns those tokens, then that means that Bitcoin becomes even more scarce.
Yeah, you mark a point, sweetheart.
Why do
Indeed.
you say that?
Yeah, because when you are saying that, because it's free money and it's based on capitalism, you don't have any children. He's not married. You don't have any children. He's not married.
No,
Oh,
not married, no children.
oh, so maybe this is the good way to pump our bike, to burn this Bitcoin. But indeed, of course, if this is, the way of thinking, it's great to think, whatever you want, and indeed, that could be, like capitalism, making whatever you want and with your money, and you don't have any children or family, so why not? But for me, frankly, in my opinion, of course, I don't have 70,000 Bitcoin, but yes, indeed, maybe I will do maybe something with that Bitcoin, or maybe trying to make legacy to charities, or trying to build something before I die, and trying to educate people around about this technology and with the help of this money. But of course, that's my own opinion.
For sure, for sure. So I think the whole point is that's why the whole journey in Bitcoin is so incredibly powerful and important that you carve out your own story so that this whole idea of pointing fingers at people, sure, you can hold people accountable, but if he's not in the room, how accountable is he going to be? Because all you're doing is criticizing him. And when really, that's why I always say mirror check. That's the person you need to criticize. You need to ask yourself, why am I not forging a way for myself? Bitcoin is the railroad of the future. It is actually the way that you can provide yourself with an opportunity to build, um, you know, savings for yourself today, because we heard that many Gen Zers, and they're the age group from about 12 to 28, they don't even have enough money for a month's expenses. Okay. Um, so we should probably be targeting that Gen Z generation to come in here and learn about stamps so that they can be the future Michael Saylors. Okay. Then we've learned about, um, this ideal of looking at other people and saying, "Oh yeah, the 1%, they can buy all of this." Why worry about that? Be concerned with yourself and what you can do and what you can buy. Right now, I'm going to shill. Yes, I am. Right now, you can go to Stamp. You can go to Stamp. How can you do that? You can head over to Bitcoin Universe and you can pick yourself up some freedom technology via the artwork, which honest to goodness, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I feel like the power of the art, maybe it's because I just watched the Gilded Age, but the power of the art, we haven't even tapped into the power of the art as yet. And I've seen a ton of headlines saying that NFTs, they're down 93%, blah, blah, blah. So there's really a lot of like heavy kind of headlines on NFTs and how in the past they have kind of haven't lived up to their expectations. But now that Bitcoin is being adopted by the governments, the corporates, the Wall Street. And we just saw GameStop yesterday coming on board. And by the way, people, I don't know if you know, GameStop actually had an NFT marketplace. Yes, they did. They had an NFT marketplace and it was doing really, really well. Now, why did they stop having the marketplace? Because the last administration started coming after crypto in a big way, and that included any um, marketplaces that were, looking at trading NFTs and cryptos and all of that stuff. GameStop was just focused on the NFTs, but I know that the marketplace got shut down because of some of the SEC stuff, the uphill battles that they were facing. And in fact, if you were in Canada, they took the buy button away in some cases in the latter days of the NFT marketplace. And if you were also in Europe, I think they took the buy button away. And then they were restricted to only selling their NFTs through the American market. Why am I telling you that? Well, people, if GameStop is going into Bitcoin in a big way, and if GameStop has been doing their research, yes, they have, then they know that there's an administration that is all about crypto. What is the likelihood of GameStop coming back with their marketplace? Okay. What is the likelihood of that? I think it could be very big. So I think that there's going to be more liquidity pouring into the market for anything digital art related initially. Okay, digital art related. And if they're going to be doing Bitcoin on their balance sheet, why wouldn't they do Bitcoin art? Why wouldn't they have Stamp in their marketplace? I can tell you that when that marketplace was open, like, it was crazy. It was absolutely insanity crazy. Stamps would fit so well into that marketplace. Why? Because stamp, it's digital, okay? It's digital art. It's got file constraints that makes it even more unique, okay? There's a lot of pixelated stuff which they loved over on the marketplace because I followed the projects. I was an expert, people. I can tell you a lot about it. And also, I think the ideal of buying this compressionist like art, these small file sizes, and all the challenges that the artists have to go through to create the art, I think it's going to have massive appeal because the GameStop people, guess what they are? Collectors. They love collecting. Like, no kidding. It's in their blood, in their body. They love collecting. Like, do you understand how big their database is? Do you understand? Okay. And see, I didn't even have this on my bingo card until yesterday. Because I was thinking another angle for the art. I got tons of angle for the art. But the art now is becoming even more compelling to me. Okay. Art is beautiful. Art is about, history. Art is a lot of our creativity, and art is opportunity. I'm going to be honest with you. It's opportunity. And the opportunity that it is, specifically, if you're in Stamp SRC-20, it's that you're stacking sats through the artwork. And you're not just stacking sats, you have rare, in some cases, one of ones. And as this crypto Bitcoin thing builds out, scarcity is going to it's going to take on such a, it's going to get even more scarce, even more desired. Okay. So if you go to bitcoinuniverse.io, you can take a look at Marketplace, click Stamp, and look at some of the stamps that are there now. I don't think they're going to last long. Why don't I think so? Because I think other people are going to start connecting the dots, and they're going to start wanting to pick up the art before it gets into the consciousness of everyone else. Okay. So here are some of the things that I'm looking at. I really love stamp 937448. I actually think too, listen to this, the fact that stamps are numbered, it gives the collector greater excitement because they're buying art that has that special like authentication. It has its own number, and that number cannot be duplicated. Okay. And then you obviously can take a look at the artists that created it. And there's certain artists that have a certain style and a way that they like to curate their art. And if you're kind of wanting to maybe figure out, okay, what artists do I want to collect? Then you can go over to the NSI.com. That's the Nakamoto Stamp Index. Let me make sure that I can get over there. Bitcoin Ape, if you want to jump in while I'm doing this and maybe even pin that NSI index. Peeps, I got a lot of thoughts in my mind, okay? A lot. So that's why I like other people to jump in here. So we're not just getting all of my sauce in here. The Nakamoto Stamp Index, people. This is how you can actually start to get a flavor of, okay, what artists do I actually want to start collecting? Because it's a personal thing. Okay, like if you were Mrs. Astor from the Gilded Age, okay, there's a certain artist that she wanted to collect. Okay, if you were Mrs. Vanderbilt, she would have her go-to artists, and this is how I guess our world has always been. You know, people have their favorites and then they promote them, and then um, they use these artists as avatars in some cases, right? We use the art as avatars to express who we are, right? So if you go to the NSI index, you will be able to find out which artist is carrying your flavor. Do you like Pepe art? Do you like, let's see what else there is here. Okay, so we've got, yeah, like I said, there's a ton of pixelated art. Pepe's a pretty big deal. There's a Pepe in Bali exhibition. Oh, wow. Okay, that was in the Bali August 2024. They did a Pepe exhibition. That was pretty cool. Stamp invading Pepe Fest. That's awesome too. So yeah, if you go on here, then you can go into the index. They're on the 4th index, and then you can kind of check out the different artists that are here. And there's starts off at Legacy Index, Index 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is coming very soon. 5 is coming very soon. Olga, yeah, this Olga one. This is very interesting. I guess there was a guy, JP Jansen, and he did some artwork where he's kissing his girlfriend, and this has kind of been reinterpreted over and over by different artists. So that's kind of cool. There's artwork of famous rappers. I know there's one of Tupac as a Pepe Tupac. There's a Picasso out here. There's tons of different artwork. So come out here to nsidirectory.com, and you can go through the different indexes and then start figuring out what your flavor is. And I would probably figure out a way to get one or two or three, at least a dozen, but maybe over time, because I don't know what your situation is. But over time, maybe getting a dozen or so stamps in your wallet. And let me tell you, there are contests out there. There are contests out there. So if you see a contest happening, enter the contest. There is one happening. I shared it yesterday. I think Logic is doing the contest, and he's got, let me make sure I got this right here. It's for one of his artworks, one of his stamps. Stamp artists, we want to absolutely support you, and when you're doing any contest, please tag me so that I can get it out to everybody. Because if we got to gateway them with one contest so that they can start buying the art, then that's what we're going to do, people. That is what we're going to do. So listen, go to @Logic. Let me go there now. Logic. Oh, I see why that happened. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Don't worry, people. Okay, yeah. So go to let me go into this. @Logic, LOGIK 185. And then he has retweeted an art giveaway. And actually, if you go to @ROKER_51, art giveaway freedom, and it's by Logic to submit. You got to complete a couple of items here, and they're giving away the freedom stamp, And this was one of the highest rated stamps of all time at NSI directory. And you know what? There's only about 37 people that have entered. My God, I hope I win that. Peeps, get out there. Let me start tagging some people on here so you'll know about it. You know what? I will tag some of y'all so that you're going to know about that. Only 37. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, one day we're going to show up here and we're going to just like, you know, have a whole Bitcoin to give away plus like 50 stamps or something. And you peeps aren't even going to be here. Okay, let's we're going to wrap this up in about 15, but let me talk to some people. UD, Low 90, Carly, Akpin, hey Top Dev, Bitcoin Ape, where have you gone? Hey NFT Pepe, Sadie, if you're ready to talk. Let's give it about 15 and then we'll do it. Yeah, about 15. I'll do major shilling tomorrow because we've got some really cool stuff upcoming. People, go to Bitcoin Universe, check out the upcoming runes, Telegram, copy trade bot. Just got even better. Instant notifications, get real-time alerts for every new copy trade, and up to 20 addresses copy trade from multiple wallets per Telegram account. Stay ahead of the game, automate and trade smarter. So that's something I'll get more into tomorrow. And there's some claiming that needs to be done too, folks. If you head over to Bitcoin Universe, if you've got any tokens that you need to claim, there's a fantastic way that you can do that now. Let me go and tell you how you can do that. Head over to Tools. See that claim button over on Tools? Once you're at Bitcoin Universe, head over to Tools, go to Claim, hit BRC-20. If you were part of that, that little puzzle piece, you can start your claims. Yeah, you can start your claims, okay? And let's see what other claims. Yeah, your BRC-20 tap, you can start your claims too. Go over there and start claiming. Only a couple people have claimed so far. And I know that there are a lot more addresses that participated in those too. So please go check out the claim buttons there and start claiming. Let us just Bitcoin Ape come back here and let's kind of wrap this up today. This has been a fun one.
Yes, to the heart. It was a great space, you know, as always. Learning something with you, and to the folks, never forget to stamp your life, for sure. Because stamps is the future. Have a look at stamps, artists, SRC-20 tokens, Bitcoin for sure, and it's ecosystem. And hope to talk to you soon with you. And always a pleasure to listen to you, to the art. Now you are becoming in a way or another way, you are becoming, the voice of Bitcoin, and really enjoy it, frankly speaking.
Well, we're all the voice of Bitcoin. We're gonna be on here for 10 more minutes, so just don't go here. Listen, at Da Vinci 15, that's Da Vinci Jeremy, the guy who told you to buy Bitcoin at $1. Remember him? You know what he said today, 3 hours ago? He said, panic sellers never become millionaires. Panic sellers never become millionaires. Why am I sharing some of this? Because I get the feeling that there's some consolidation going on. Some consolidation of what? Well, the great masses have perhaps they're feeling a little bit bearish. They have left, so they're congregating in one or two spaces, and that's cool because those people have been around for a much longer time. I just got here. The universe has been around for 12 months. They were kind enough to bring me aboard. They're serious. They're absolutely here to build, and they are building with a purpose. They're building for Bitcoin. They want to make Bitcoin great, not a gain. It always was great. So they want to make it a great place and a space for you by providing a wallet, an indexer, an explorer for all things Bitcoin. Now, this space today, obviously, this is just a focus on Stamp SRC-20. So we try not to overshill you because we want to try to focus on the space. But please support the Bitcoin universe, okay? How can you do that? You can support them by going and please go sign up for the YouTube and tell a friend and so on and so on. Because somebody listens to that message, then they were likely to come over to the Bitcoin universe and start just, researching a little bit. You don't have to go and buy anything specifically if you're not ready to, but at least go to the website and start checking it out and start looking at all of the tools that are provided for you. Start looking at the marketplace, which is a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange. Yesterday I said something about OTC. Oh my God, people. I just say stuff sometimes, okay? But it's a DEX. Okay, so there's a decentralized exchange there that you can sell everything. You can sell your TAP tokens, you can sell your UNATs, you can sell your bitmaps, and you can sell your stamps. And you can also pick up stamps. But if you're not ready today to do that, just go over to the website and take a look at it, because it is going to help you in the future to definitely start stacking sats. This is a serious conversation we have. We want to have fun. And the other thing that we want to do is get you connected with people. Take a look around the room, maybe follow some of the people that are on here right now. And, always consider supporting them in some way, because there are artists on here too. Maybe you can start sharing their art, even if you can't buy it as yet. Maybe you can share their art. Maybe you can share the message of Bitcoin and SRC-20 stamps, because it is the future. And I appreciate that Bitcoin Ape says that I'm a voice, but you're a voice too. We're all a voice, people. Sadie, we haven't heard your voice. If you want to just come and round it out here, and we'll head out for the day. Ooh, maybe she wasn't there. Okay, maybe she wasn't there. She could be gone. Okay, well, let's round it out for the day. This has been a good one on SWA. We're always having fun. Come back again next Wednesday, people. And I'm going to do yes. I'm going to do an interesting space tomorrow. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, obviously, and GameStop. Hey, I'm not an advisor. I'm just going to talk about it. Udi Jim is coming up here as a speaker. Udi, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, good evening.
Hey, Udi Jim, how are you doing?
It's good to be here once again. At least to get some information, to talk to you. It's good to hear from you. And the information is very most important. So like you said, I'm going to head up to the website and have a look. And then possibly try to get some stuff.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, it's never a pressure. Why create pressure? Just create education so that people know that the tools are there and they know how to do things, especially if you're going to share. People they might be ready to jump in and say, hey, how do I get involved? And then they're going to look to you to be the expert, so you can say to them, okay, well, this is how you get a stamp. You just go to the Bitcoin universe, you set your wallet up, make sure that it's your BC1Q, okay? And you got to put some money in there. And then once the money is in there, it gets the UTXOs all set up. And then, then you could go ahead and buy your stamp, your first stamp. And there's many to choose from. So never any pressure, but just an opportunity for us all, like just get in there and know how the website works, because it's the only one that is supporting all the protocols. If anybody wants to come and tell me another project on Bitcoin doing what the universe is doing, you can come and tell me, but it's not going to happen. Why? Because I get out there and I do my research. There's a ton of great projects out there, but they're not doing what the universe is doing. They're not doing it because they still don't have a space where you can actually pick up stamps. Okay, if you go to Magic Eden, you can't pick up stamps. You go to Xverse, you can't pick up stamps. You go to Unisat, you can't pick up stamps. That's not good. Okay, especially when stamps is going to be the protocol, the number one data storage, immutable data storage protocol on Bitcoin. Like they're at the last minute, they're gonna have to hustle their tails to try to figure out how to get stamp on there, because stamp is, and I'm being serious, okay, because I have a bit of intuitiveness in me. Stamp is actually going to become more and more in the mindset and in the understanding and in the CT timeline of things. We're going to see more and more people talking about stamp because it's going to become relevant. Why? Because people don't understand storage and why storage is so important, and not just storage, but immutable data storage. Okay. Think about it in the real world, like storage lockers. That business right now is so lucrative. Okay. In the physical world, storage lockers. Okay. Because people are always looking for places to put their stuff. People need places to put their stuff in the digital world. And what do people want in the real world? Well, they're not going to put their stuff in a storage facility that doesn't have cameras, that doesn't have security, because they value the stuff in those lockers. It might be junk to you, but it's not junk to them. So most of the times when you go to get a storage locker, you're asking, okay, is this secure? Are there cameras? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Stamp SRC-20 stamp protocol has all of that already in place. It's got the security cameras. It's got the security. It's got the fence around the building so nobody can come and take your collectibles. Remember, as things shift, because they always shift, there's always somebody that wants to start pruning or taking away. Just like in the government, you've seen now, like Doge. They're able to come in and start pruning a lot of things, whether you agree with it or not. They're pruning. Okay. And nobody has immutability in their position. But if you are in Stamp SRC-20, you have immutability. Nobody can come and doge you. Yeah, that's right. Nobody can come and doge you. Okay. See, I can spin everything. So once you're locked into the stamp protocol, nobody can come and take away your stamp and scrub it. No Maxi can do that. And they have discussed it. Okay. They have. And they're looking at ways, because they call it spam. So they think that the art on Bitcoin should not be there. Remember, it's massive levels of abstraction. Okay. I watch the Gilded Age. If none of you can figure out anything I'm saying, good for you, because I can hardly figure out what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it. I watch the Gilded Age. Okay. There's the old money and the new money. The old money hated the new money. They barred them from coming into like high society. They were not permitted to come in. They were shunned. But then because the new money had more money, they built out their own infrastructure. And then they kind of let the old money had to buckle to them. They were like almost kind of begging them to come in because their money ran out. So that is now going to be abstracted. And I see that happening now in even Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin was the new money. But now as Bitcoin matures, then we have the Maxis, who are the old way. And then we have all the artistry and the creativity is the new way. And the new way wants to be able to play on Bitcoin, but the old money doesn't want, art on Bitcoin. And so there is a possibility that they will want to shut down the art on Bitcoin. And what Stamp has done, because it is their space today, is they have created a way that the old money, the Maxis, can't do that. So your data, your artwork is going to be stored forever. So if GameStop comes here and creates another marketplace, an NFT marketplace, I wonder if they're going to include Stamp in that. Oh, yeah. Hey, if you're a stamper and if you're not reaching out to Ryan Cohen right about now, you may want to rethink things. I wouldn't just be tweeting at Binance. I wouldn't just be tweeting at OKX. I wouldn't just be tweeting at whatever peeps are tweeting at. I'd be including Mr. Cohen in that so he knows about Stamp. What do you think, Bitcoin Ape? Now I'm going to wrap it up because it is 12. What do you think of that?
Your words, your words are gold. To the art, what you are saying. Yeah, because you are giving all, you are giving all the good play to win in this market. So that's why I definitely believe that this space and the universe space and what you are saying, will be heard about 1,000, maybe 100,000 of people in the years to come, and will definitely be a shame not to be in this space. Listen to what you are saying, because it's like sometime when we are with you, and I'm not saying that because I am Stop and SRC-20. But frankly speaking, it's like like, and maybe because we have the same vision, but it's like taking a spaceship in the future with you and see what will happen. Of course, we don't have a crystal ball, but sometimes you have to look at the past and at the present, of course, to know what will happen in the future. So thank you very much, Julia, for what you are doing, what you are saying, of course, and thank you very much for your words. And I really believe and convinced that what you are saying now, is already shining now and will shine as well in the future.
Okay, you're too kind. But people, we're all Bitcoin. We all have a voice. Have a great day. I want to thank you, Bitcoin Ape. Thank you, Sadie. Thank you, Udi Jim. Thank you, HNFT Pepe. Thank you, Top Dev. Thank you, everybody that jumped in and out of the space. Make sure to share it. Get in there. And come back again next Wednesday. You never know what it's going to be on an SWA when you come out and play. And if any of you have time tomorrow, come in because we're still gonna get on it, people, because I'm serious and I don't know. I'm just getting jazzed up about the art now. I don't know why it kind of is going into my cerebral cortex, but it's tingling me. So make sure that you start sharing the artists, okay? And have yourself a great day, peeps. Bye.
Bye.